Hey, buddy, I am trying like crazy. Hold on. Am I live? Am I live? Are you in this sec? Can anybody see me? Hopefully this worked. Hopefully this worked. Hopefully this worked. I am trying really hard. And and oh man, Chris,
Hey.
thank you, brother. You are a lifesaver. That's exactly what it took. It took restarting my phone.
Yeah, with me and Titanium Justin, we had the exact same issue. And lo and behold, restarting did something magic.
Can't hear you. Let me see. Hopefully that's not another issue we're having.
You can't hear
Can
me?
anybody else hear him?
Mic check 1, 2 on the threes and fours.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just not very loud, but I can hear you.
Really?
Let me.
Really? Okay. Might be
So how you doing, man?
man, I'm freaking rocking, bro. Excited to be here. Been a long day. So I'm excited to get to spend some time talking about pocket knives.
That's awesome, and everybody says that they can hear you just fine. So
Good deal.
that is perfect. I don't put it past it just being my phone. It's obviously having some glitchy issues tonight, man. So that is super cool. Everybody was stoked to have you on here tonight. So obviously you're well known, and people are following you and seeing what you've got going on with these knives. And I've been following you because of the TikTok issues, and that was a real bummer. And that actually has motivated me to completely stay away from the whole getting involved heavily with TikTok, because I think personally that they have a war intentionally against knife creators and knife retailers, because they have a specific market that they're going for.
Mhm.
And I think that it's intentional, but I could be way off.
Well, I think what is intentional, like we could, I don't know, we could be conspiracy theorists all day long and, think that, there's a cabal of foreign actors who are trying to disrupt the knife industry. But probably the simplest thing is that TikTok is an unregulated marketplace. So because it's so unregulated and they have they don't have a moderation team, they threw TikTok Shop out and they're like, man, we can make so much money as a competitor to Amazon. Where Amazon, you still get counterfeit stuff, but they have a strong regulatory process at Amazon. You can report things, and actual people look into it. But that simply doesn't exist with TikTok. They have
Gotcha.
ultra small team, and they just want to make money off TikTok Shop. And there are these foreign companies who are able to retool and create these clones very quickly, and they're making a killing, man. They're making a killing.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a lot of money to be made. So
Yeah.
somebody's making some money. Wish it was me, but somebody is. So what about you? I saw the video where you were having, I mean, it was a monstrous year. A monstrous year. Now, how long have you been doing this?
Uh, I mean, this Lone Star Knife and Supply, we founded in 2023. But I've been a knife aficionado, a somebody who has a pocket knife with me every single day since I can remember, like pre-high school. So,
Gotcha.
I've born and raised in Texas, and we like our pocket knives here. So I've always had a pocket knife with me, and it was in 2015, 2016, I got a Benchmade 940, and ever since then, I'm like, man, these American-made knives, I really like them, and I've been collecting them ever since. And at some point, that led me to Lone Star Knife and Supply.
Gotcha. Speaking of 940, I think that's Benchmade's best knife. Some people disagree. I'm a huge 940 fan. I love the Osborne, and to me, that's Benchmade's best knife. I love that thing. That was one of when I first got into collecting. That was one of those knives that I just absolutely had to have. Never thought I would get it because of how expensive it was. Because because I've not been getting into those higher end expensive knives for long. But the 940, man, I love that knife. Some
Yeah.
people don't like Benchmade. I like them. I know that there's a lot of drama about their price, but I think they're great knives. American made knives. I think they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's something about Benchmade that, they're the cool brand to not like, right? Like, it's cool to kinda hate on, Benchmade, and the thing about their prices is I used to do you remember Circuit City? Uh,
Oh yeah,
I might be older than you, I don't know, but back in my day, we had this red Best Buy called Circuit City, and I worked there, and, I sold technology, like, cameras and, TVs and stuff, and we'd always try to get people to buy warranties, and people hated when we brought up warranties, like, people don't like warranties, they don't want warranties, and the thing about Benchmade is every single one of their knives have a warranty, a lifetime warranty built in, and you pay for it. And as a dealer, I get to see kind of the back end of it. And I actually get shipped people's Life Sharp warranty returns. And then I have to get them to people. Like there's shipping, there's logistics, there's communication, plus the actual work to do it. And it's just like it's a really useful thing, but it costs money and it is baked into the price of the knives.
yeah, yeah. It's one of those things you I think again, there's a lot of reasons why they cost what they do, and I think that there's a big thing with that resharpening, and a lot of people will never use that, but
Mhm.
when that company is putting that out there, that's stuff that they have to consider when they bake that into that price. They do have to consider those things. They don't have to consider the fact, well, a lot of people won't use that. They have to look at every single knife like it's going to be used, and it will be an asset and a resource that people use. So they have to consider that, you know. But I also have it. I am 50, by the way, so I doubt you're older than me. Maybe you are. I don't know. Um, I'm
Almost
up.
40.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, Circuit City though, but yeah, I do. I bought a big entertainment center at back when they had those the big screen TVs were truly big screen TVs. Looked
Mhm.
like you had a movie theater in your house. It was 3 foot thick.
Uh-huh.
I bought a lot of stuff. I live in Lexington, well, right south of Lexington, Kentucky, home of Kentucky Wildcats. By the way, go Big Blue. So we had a lot of Circuit Cities around here, so that's huge. So you come from a background in sales.
Hold on a second, just real quick. Somebody, I have ignored the comment section the whole time, but one person said something that caught my eye. He says,
All right.
"I don't hate Benchmade, but I do wish they would do something besides the Axis lock." And on at Shot Show 2026, they actually introduced a new version of the Bug Out, which is going to incorporate a new version of the Axis lock, which they've already been using on the Narrows. The Narrows is their like high
Yeah.
end, and it's similar to the Axis lock that was on the Anthem. Like it's a different thing. It uses a different type of spring. So to whoever said that, Mister Wyvern Kodiak, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Sam and Chris are awesome. Good people.
Yeah. So while it's not necessarily like a departure, it is a new version of the Axis lock.
Yeah. There's a lot of I won't say hate going towards the Axis lock right now, but there's definitely I hear it all the time. More and more people are wanting to go away from Axis locks and stuff like that. Um Now, do you have a preference on what style of lock you like? Is it just your whatever they have, you like them all?
Well, I think anything that's executed well is like the first and foremost, like the most important thing. Like, there's frame locks that I get, and I'm like, who thought this is a good idea? And then there's a frame lock that just feels so natural and comfortable. Um, with a bar lock like the Axis lock, I can't believe how smooth the Kershaw Bel Air is. They're one of the most affordable knives we sell, and literally I shipped one out today, and I've, got it. I do quality checks on all the knives I send out before I ship them, and I use that as an opportunity to make a little video every day, right? So most knife stores will do a quality check of knives because I can't afford a bunch of returns. I would much rather catch, oh, the micarta is a little stained. I would rather catch that and then post it in my used section of the store instead of shipping it to someone, them opening it and saying, "Oh, this micarta is stained," or the blade centering's off or whatever. I small business, I can't afford those returns.
Yeah.
So I will say every Bel Air I've ever looked at, 100% of them have had the smoothest, buttery action of any bar lock. Dude, bro, absolutely. Like, it's
Yep.
crazy.
Got it right here on my desk. Love it.
It's just so crazy. Hey, but earlier I cut you off when you were asking something about Circuit City.
Oh, no, I was just saying, oh, yeah, I, was gonna ask you, so you've got this, I've watched your videos, especially, I was at Blade Show last year in Atlanta,
Oh,
and I saw your videos and how you was doing all these different interviews with the knife makers and stuff like that, and I come from a background in sales. I was in sales and marketing for 25 years. I traveled all over. I had a good career. So I know one when I see one, and you seem like you have a background in sales and marketing. Is that what you come from?
not really. I do have a background in making videos. I actually have been posting videos on YouTube on like my personal account since before Google bought YouTube. Like I've been doing this a really long time. And you know how like sometimes people are like, you just keep on posting and one day it's like a lottery ticket, you're gonna hit big and then y'all. Well, that never happened for me. But I've been making videos for a really long time. So I think part of it is just, not like feeling comfortable in my own skin. Like I don't need to be somebody else. I can be myself. And I feel, you know, comfortable doing that. I think that tends to come across on video. And I think people are like, hey, this guy really likes pocket knives. He
Yeah,
really enjoys it. And part of the reason why I really like them is because of the makers, the people who actually like do the work. And but also, yes, I also do work in finance, and I've been a vice president for a large financial firm for the last 15 years. And there is a sales component with any type of corporate structure like that. If I'm selling my staff on a new initiative or selling a consumer on a wealth management strategy, like, you always have to figure out how do I communicate this in a way that makes sense. It's not just in my
yeah,
brain, but makes sense to somebody else.
gotcha. I've been doing this right around 14 months. I started in late October, early November of 24. So 25 was my first year. I had never even taken a picture of a knife or a video or anything, and I also didn't know anything about knives. I was just new to it all. And I went to Blade Show and I had all these ambitions. I was going to go in and do all these videos and interview all these people. And I was completely overwhelmed, intimidated by the entire situation, knew I was way in over my head. So then I started watching your videos and I was like, man, this guy ain't even been doing this long. And he is awesome. Like, so I just assumed that you had a background in that. And, because you just done, you was awesome. So I love those videos. I've
Hey,
watched
by the
yours a lot.
way, well, first of all, thank you. I do want to do a quick shout out to Edward M. If Edward M is here, he did just place an order at lonestarknife.com. So, Ed, if you're part of this live and you saw it and you went over to the site, he just got himself the new Rockeye from ProTech and the Godson.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's in here.
So tell me more
For
about
already
this
for 4
Blade
years.
show. Was it Atlanta, you said?
Yep, I went to Blade Show in Atlanta. It's my first one.
Oh, see that's your mistake, brother. You went for the biggest roller coaster in the entire theme park for your first ride.
It was
Like you
huge.
got to go to
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Was
I
there
used
any
to I've done like where I come from a background in sales and stuff like that. I've given speeches in front of thousands of people. I've been at big sales conventions where there's, 10, 15,000 people, been to Vegas and stuff like that, done those types of things. So when people was telling me, listen, Blade Show is huge. It's an auditorium. You can walk through it for days and never see the same thing. I was sitting there thinking like, yeah, it can't be that big. You
Yeah.
know, I've been to big conventions before and a lot of people. It's only in one big room, right? It can't be. And listen, I mean, it was if people that have never been to Blade Show before, when you walk in, sensory overload is an understatement. You
Mhm.
can smell the blades from all the steel in there. It's just not literally, but man, it's crazy. It was the most amazing thing as well, though. You could tell that you was definitely in a place with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, excitement, and it was. I'll never miss one in Atlanta again. So I'll be at all those.
Are you nearby to Atlanta?
No, I'm in Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky.
Hmm,
Yeah, so it's
okay.
about 8 hours. About 8 hours. It's not too bad. So, I drove down. I'll get down there this year, drive down, and, it was a blast. I wish it woulda went longer because I definitely like they said, I didn't see everything. I thought I would, but I didn't, and there was some amazing stuff in there too. It was also really cool to see a lot of these people who have been watching on YouTube for a long time. A couple
Mhm.
years ago, I was in an accident, so I was basically couch ridden for a year and a half. I was
Aw,
a
dang, man.
pedestrian that was hit by a vehicle walking my kids into daycare, so I couldn't move, and that's actually how I got into knives. Watching Knife Center, David C. Anderson, and
Mhm.
watching his new knives of the month, and I always thought I knew a lot about knives because I was a camper and stuff. So I knew a little bit. I thought I did. Knew about Gerber. Thought Gerber was awesome. Um,
Gerber
so I
is
s-
awesome,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, and they got that new listen, the new Magna Cut, they come out with that knife. I definitely want one. Their camp knife and stuff, so, it's pretty awesome, but watching David C. Anderson, I was like, "Holy smokes, what are all these knives? I've never heard of these brands before," so it just struck a chord with me, and the next thing you know, 3 years later, I'm sitting here talking to you on YouTube and alive, so still crazy.
It is really cool. My daughter, so I take my kids with me to the Blade shows, and Blade Show Atlanta in 2025 was the first year where my daughter, she still thinks this. She thinks I'm famous because people would recognize me from TikTok, and we're on YouTube now. So a lot of the people may not know, but I had a very successful TikTok channel. I had about 6 million views for the year up until I got my account banned. So a lot of eyeballs on pocket knives, and 6 million views is nothing. It is nothing on social media. But when you're part of a niche, and you're being funneled down, and now you're the most nerdiest people are all at the bottom of the funnel, all at Blade Show Atlanta, you
Yeah,
know, there just statistically, you're gonna have a lot of people who are super nerds who recognize another super nerd. So my daughter kept on like looking at me. She's like, "Dad, they know who you are." And we had like little goodies to give people. So we were giving stickers away, and we were giving like
yeah.
just little goodies away. And
Hold on,
like there were
neighbor.
a few times where we'd have like little crowds. And my daughter, still to this day, she's surprised when we go to Walmart, no one recognizes me. It's like no one knows me except in this very exact circumstance.
That's pretty awesome. That's
It's
pretty
funny.
awesome. Last year I was there and I had a couple people walk up that knew me. I didn't handle it very well because I had this whole imposter syndrome. I thought I was kind of like I didn't want to take up their time. It's like you're at Blaze Show. You want to see knives. You don't want to be talking to me. So I was very I was probably rushed the situations a little bit more than I should. They probably wanted to sit and talk to me, and I didn't realize that at the time. So later on, looking back, I was like, yeah, probably. But I meant it in the best of ways. But speaking of famous, my kids have been on all my lives. So all these people in the lives, they know my kids very well. This is a
Aw,
very, I told you the other day in the comments, this is a very kid friendly channel and stuff because my kids are on them a lot. And they all the time are telling their friends how they're famous because they've been on YouTube videos and live streams with all these people and stuff, and everybody knows who they are. So they
I
think
love
they're the
that.
ones that are famous.
That's so cool. Have you met David C. Anderson?
Um, I was in the room with him and I saw him walking by, and I've talked to him a few times, and he told me to come up and shake his hand when I saw him. But again, I got that total. I could tell that he was busy, and I was like, I'll catch another time to talk to him and stuff like that. And I just never saw him again, and I did not want to go up and I just didn't. He was busy. I could tell he was. And coming from a background in sales and rushing and constantly being going and stuff, I did not want to do that. Hey guys, thank you all, everybody, for the memberships. You guys are awesome. Ramses, everybody, you guys are great, and I appreciate you all. And I apologize for not saying hi to all you guys and noticing you all, but we do have a guest, and I just wanted to give him his attention. But as always, you guys are great. Oh, Chris, what's up, man? How you guys doing? So thank you guys, big time. And hopefully, I can get more guests like this on here moving forward. But what is your favorite knife?
Well, my favorite all-time knife is the Archer from Tactile Knife Company.
Okay,
This is always like since the moment I saw it. This is designed by TJ Schwartz, and the moment he posted pictures, I was like, "Oh, it scratches an itch in my brain." And then I got to hold one, and I immediately bought a second one.
yeah, I
And
love TJ Schwartz. I love his knives.
me too, man. I've got, two of them, and they are probably the sharpest knives I've ever physically held in my hands. I asked him about it. I was like, "TJ, how do you make your knives so freaking sharp?" And, his response was actually funny. He was like, "I don't know why more people don't care about their knives being sharp." And I was like, "Dude, you yeah, yes, what is up with that?" Because especially with production knives, you get a production knife and you're like, "Hey, it's sharp." But then you get like a TJ Schwartz knife and you're like, "That knife is sharp."
Yeah,
Um, it's so I would say that's my favorite knife of like the last 5 years. My favorite knife today is this guy right here. You saw it in our group chat, but this guy, I just got it yesterday, and this is really special to me. This is the Lynch Northwest Swift 6, and it actually has my logo on it.
that is
It has a
beautiful.
it has a Lone Star, and I was the first person to ever interview Casey Lynch from Lynch Northwest, and we've been buddies. And he sent me, I don't have it out here, but he sent me a Sparrow 7 when he was prototyping them. So I've got a prototype Sparrow 7, and then we are one of only 3 knife stores in the world to
That
have
is
these
awesome.
in stock. So,
That
and
is
they've got
awesome.
the Lone Star. So this is very, very special to me, and I think it's a really cool knife. What about you? What's
That
your
is.
favorite knife?
Oh, mine is definitely, no doubt. I'm a Mordax fan.
Heck yeah,
Blacked out
brother.
Mordax. Kind of because it just has, when I saw this when I was laying on the couch, it wasn't this version, but I saw a Mordax when I was laying on the couch and I was thinking about, oh man, if I can ever get to where I can afford some knives, I would love to have a Mordax. And then I got into the situation where I could buy one, and this blacked out version was available, and I was like, I fell in love with it. So it kind of has some sentimental value, but also I just love the knife. And also, uh, I've got a friend who knew how much I love the Mordax, so he sent me this one. It's numbered to 80. It's a Blade HQ exclusive. It's got the honeycomb handles, and it's numbered to 80. And I wanted to find another blacked out version that I could give to my son because he's in the military down in Georgia, and I wanted to give him a Mordax because he loved mine. And a friend on the community sent me this one, and then the next thing you know, he found another one, exact copy, another one of the numbered to 80, and sent it to me so that me and my son wouldn't have both Mordaxes but be different. He sent them both so me and my son would have exact copies of Mordaxes. Mine is number 76, his is number 56. And that was really cool. That's the kind of community we have, which is
That's
just
awesome.
absolutely awesome, and
That's
just
beautiful.
amazing, amazing people. And uh, I've told him many times that this whole channel and the knife community and everything else, it'll change your life. It really will. It gives you. I raised my kids. You can hear them in the background. I got 6 kids, but I'm a single dad to 4. I raised 4 little boys, and it takes
Congratulations.
up my life. So um, I don't have much of a life outside of the kids and the knives. So the community has been like my outlet that has just kind of completely, well, changed my life completely. So now I
There's a
noticed that
there's
you
a
was talking before about some brands that you was starting to work with and you was going to be selling. Do you have anything like big
Mhm.
coming up here in the future? Like any more brands that you're going to be bringing on, or any like big things that's going on for Lone Star Knife and Supply?
Yes. Yes. Let's get to that. But first,
All right,
somebody had commented. Every once in a while, I see one of these comments, and I'm like, dude, this is too good not to bring up. Gunmetal James White. Gunmetal James
James.
White says, I've never even held a Protec, and that's so funny because I don't know if you're a knife collector, but for me, I considered myself a knife collector for years, and I'd never owned a ProTech either. And I don't know what it was. I think there was something about ProTech where they have so many automatics, and I'm not really a fan of automatics. I think I just kind of
I'm the same way.
like was I was like, I'm not interested in ProTech because they only do
Hold on,
automatics.
buddy.
And I'll tell you, man, their manuals are just so good. When did you get your first ProTech? It was the Mordax, but when was it in your journey?
That was it was around February of 2025. I got my first one,
Mhm.
my first ProTech, and it was that Mordax. And I actually let me let him in here. All right, little man. My community is completely familiar with this. Whenever I host lives, it usually goes about 30 minutes, and then it becomes a madhouse. The boys come in, they become a part of the chaos.
That's
What's up,
beautiful.
buddy? You need the charger. Go put his phone. There's one in the living room. Well, I got something special to make for you with those lemon Oreos. But you ate 4 of them? Well, that's going to take away from the special treat I got making for you. What don't? You've ate enough. But it was actually funny because last year I got a lump sum uh, of money where uh, I'm disabled. I'm on disability, and I got a lump sum. It was from where I got hit by that vehicle, and I got that lump sum, and I was like, man, I'll never have this opportunity again. So I made the most irrational choice and decision in my life. I
Hey, are
got
we still getting echo?
I
Are we
got
still get
a Sabenza and a Winkler. I got several knives and had a blast. It was awesome.
Hey, all
I've
of a
got
sudden
echoing.
yeah, let me I'm gonna mute myself for a second, see if I can fix.
All right. Is that me, guys? Am I the one echoing? All right, here. I'll put it on the charger right here. Here you go. Take this to Abel, and he'll go put it on the charger. All right. Well, it's going to stay in here, okay? Go in there, and I'll tell you when it's ready. You can't play with it in here. You got to go. Take it and go. Well, then you can't have it. I can't charge it in here. Take it to Abel. No, I can't, buddy. We're doing live. People are on here. You want to say hi? Well, I can't do it right now. I can't. I can't do it, buddy. It won't reach. So am I the one that's echoing, guys? Oh, it's not. It's gone now. Okay, so it might have been his mic. It might have been dying. That might have been what it was.
Mic check 1, 2, the threes and fours. How we sounding?
All right, so I think everybody can hear you. Um, can everybody hear him? Is everybody good?
How are we sounding? Sounding good?
All right, we're
Heck
good.
yeah. So you were asking me about things I've got coming up.
Yeah, you got what you got coming up?
Uh, okay, so I have learned my lesson. So I have a Patreon where we so we currently are in this algorithm world where so much of what we receive is through algorithms. And as somebody who I want people to be able to get information, I've got two ways of it not being algorithm related. I have a newsletter and I have a Patreon. Newsletter I try to use sparingly because no one wants to be bombarded. But the Patreon I post one or two videos a week. We have a chat with like who's carrying what. And I don't want to say early on, like when things really started ramping up, I was like, man, we're getting this, we're getting this, we're getting these people. Oh my God. Oh, it's going to be so crazy. And I shared a lot of those because I was excited. I love this stuff. I'm super excited. Like when I became a dealer with TRM knives, I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. But then it ended up being months before it actually came to fruition. So I don't share things like that anymore.
I completely
Uh,
get
sim-
that.
Simply because I made one historic, and I'll share this one. Nice Guy Machine Company. I will share this one because Archie, he watches the channel and he's a fan of Lone Star Knife and Supply, and he messaged me and very publicly was like, "We need to get our pry bars at Lone Star Knife and Supply. We really support what he's doing, only carrying American made stuff. So let's get you some stuff." So I'm like, heck yeah, brother. We're going back and forth. And, we even have like a phone call and we're like working it out. And I'm like, hey, I have this idea. I have a anno guy who can do custom anno for me. And I notice you never anno any of your stuff. And he's like, that's a brilliant idea. And, we're brainstorming. That was in September. That was in September. So, we were just on a live together. Well, I'm sorry, he was doing a live, and I was in the live, and I was commenting, and he's like, "Chris, I still got your stuff. It's like right here." And he literally has my stuff in a box from like September. So for that reason, I try not to share anymore about what's coming up. But we do have a drop happening tomorrow of a small maker called Severed Metalworks. It's this guy named Dean who literally just makes stuff in his backyard. Like
Boy, that's good
like in
looking.
Forged in Fire, they show like this guy, he has a what was it, a satellite dish on its side for the heat treat. It's not that bad, but I mean, he's doing all of this in his backyard, and we are the exclusive location where he drops stuff. And this is the Squire. This is like the knife that he is most recognized for. So we have these coming out tomorrow, and then we're doing a giveaway for a prototype. This is called the Zealot, a small EDC fixed blade, and very interesting. It's a drop point Tonto. That's pretty cool.
That is interesting. That's a
So
really
we're
good.
doing,
Now, the one that you
yeah,
had right before that you said he was known for, that was a really good looking fixed blade.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good looking fixed blade.
It's very inspired by like a K bar, but it's got like this really nice jimping up here. He's an amputee, so his logo is a skeleton with a missing leg because he only has one leg, and he's got that laser engraving on the handles. It's just really cool. This is literally the 16th one of
I
these
love
that
you.
have ever been made. 16th. So it's cool that we get to support him in this way.
It's actually funny because you showed that pry bar a while ago, and I was on your website today looking for pry bars. Now I saw that you had a couple of the smaller pry bars and stuff like that, but I did not see that one, and that is a
Yes.
really, really cool looking pry bar.
Yeah.
So
This is called
now,
the
when will that be
side
available on
piece.
there?
Who knows? I don't know. It's when Archie, Archie makes it all himself. He does all the business stuff himself, and uh, he's his own man. Man, he does it when he's ready. So I'm here for the ride, and when he's ready to send them my way, we will
Heck
post
yeah,
them and get them to
gotcha.
folks.
That's a good looking one.
The Yeah, it is good. So the Lynch Northwest, they came out today. We have Sparrow Sevens and the Swift Six. We also have the TRM knives, and we recently became a dealer with Benchmade within the last 2 months. So we offer Benchmade as well, and Tactile Knife Company and TRM and Spyderco and ProTech. You name it, brother. We've got it. Kershaw, Gerber, K Bar. We have a really solid lineup of American makers.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me see. I missed so many daggone chats, guys. And again, one more time, guys, I do apologize. You guys are awesome. Thanks everybody for joining us. That is with us. I haven't even seen who all we've got with us today.
Guys, can we get some likes for Parent of the Year over
Hold on.
here? Make sure y'all give the live some likes.
What's that?
Oh, I was talking to the
Oh,
audience.
gotcha. All right. Yeah, let me see. Mick, James, what's up, guys? NFK, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, I'm usually really good about going through and saying hi to everybody and stuff like that. But this is also it's just a really cool thing having guests on here. I've only had I had Sam from Wyvern Kodiak on here one time, and I've been wanting to get guests on here and stuff like that. And but it's even my first attempt, like tonight, it was crazy with the phone situation, stuff like that. So it's a learning experience. We'll learn as we go. But I definitely appreciate everybody hanging out with us. So uh,
Somebody asked about the ProTech Avalon, and let me just answer that real quick. The
yeah,
ProTech Avalon came out January 29th, uh, and ProTech only releases knives once a month. So I received our shipment, we posted it. Avalons sold out immediately. Excuse me, immediately. Scapegoats sold out immediately. That's the Chavez design. Um, Wildly popular because literally this is their first release. The Avalons will be back next month. We will have another run next month. I will order as many as I can. But at the end of the day, they only made like 200 and something Avalons this month. I mean, ProTech, they're not making, 14,000 of a knife. They're always three digits. They make like 100, 200, 300 of
please
a
stay
of a
hidden.
knife, and that's
Please.
it for the month. So if you're looking to get an Avalon, there's a couple things you can do. One, blade shows.
Love you.
So there's the California Custom Show. If you're in California, go. ProTech will be there, and you can get an Avalon. I'll be going to Blade Show Texas, and they will have an exclusive. And if they're not sold out, I will be able to bring those back to Lone Star Knife and Supply and get those exclusives available for y'all. And then just each month, there will be more Avalons that come out until the market's saturated. But it's a good knife. So I expect them to be hot all year.
All right, hold on. I'll be there in a minute. I'll be there in a minute. You getting to experience. Actually, I'm really surprised because they have been actually really, really tame tonight. Usually by now they would have been in here taking over. What's up? All right. Shut that door. So do you have like what do you have like do you I'm sure you set goals and stuff like that and like what your plans are and I know that this is probably your biggest year in business. Um do you like have any type of expectations of like maybe launching your own knife or working with a brand to have an exclusive Lone Star, or will you start doing that to where you're going to have like Smoky Mountain Knife Works has their kinds of exclusives, and are you going to start doing that?
I don't know. I'll tell you so in 2025, my goal was to do 1,000 orders. And, uh, at when you haven't sold any knives, 1,000 seems like a ton, you know? So in 2025, we did 1,500. We did, just shy of 1,500. So blew past expectations. My big goal for 2025 was to get brands to want to have their knives sold at Lone Star Knife and Supply. Now, will be honest, I do have a little bit of an issue where, like a lot of smaller makers are reaching out. They're like, "Hey, we wanna sell at your store," and I'm like, "I want you to sell at our store too, but I don't have money," because I self-fund everything. I started with, like, $5,000, and I now have, like, I don't know, over 100 and something thousand dollars of inventory here in the studio. Um, and, I only have money when I .com and buy an American made too. But I do have this thing where more people want me to carry their stuff, which is a great thing. Um, but
Gotcha.
I have to make sure that I'm growing at a healthy rate
Yeah.
and not going into debt just to get inventory that I might not be able to sell.
Oh yeah, I have experience with that. I was part of a company that had the biggest month we ever had in business, and we was almost out of business the next month. You've really got to be prepared for your growth, and you've got to, yeah, yeah. Completely understand what you're saying. Let me ask you this question: as a, because I know that, are you still collecting, like buying your own knives that you're collecting personally, or are you just kind of enjoying knives vicariously through the knives that you're selling?
Ooh, it's definitely both. I mean, there is definitely a dopamine hit when I get a new knife in stock, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so cool," and then I ship it out to someone because, like, I get to be a part of that knife's experience and journey into your hands. And for me, as a knife collector and as an enthusiast and a business owner, there's just something really cathartic about being part of that process. I love it. But I also,
Shut
I
that
had
door.
mentioned earlier,
Lock
just
it.
yesterday, I bought myself a new knife. And, I still have to buy my own knives from Lone Star Knife and Supply. So I bought this guy because I'm like, how could I not keep this?
Yeah.
The very first knife that was an exclusive for Lone Star Knife and Supply. So um, so slowing. I've definitely slowed down. If it's like a production knife, probably not gonna pick it up unless it's like a special version of it. And since I go to all the blade shows, I really enjoy getting like the blade show exclusives. You talked about your Mordax. My Mordax is a blade show exclusive. It is also of 80. Mine's like 47 or something of 80, and I think that's really cool. I was there at that time that year, and I got the thing. I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I would be that person that if I was selling knives, I would try to buy every single knife that I had, and I would put myself out of business in a month. It would not work for me. Yeah, I applaud you for your self discipline because it would not go the same way for me. But you've obviously gotten to meet a lot of really cool makers, and cool. Have you got to meet like Winkler and stuff like that? Have you got to meet pretty much all the really good makers like TJ Schwartz and Winkler and stuff like that? Is there anybody that you would still like to meet that you haven't yet? Okay.
Like, I got this knife. They like you've probably had something that came from TRM or a component came from TRM. Unbelievable. There are some people who I've met who blow me away, like DJ Schwartz, you mentioned. Like, he's so smart and he's just an absolute stud. He's like just a great guy.
Hold on, I'm doing
And
this
I've met a
right.
few people who I probably will never want to do business with. I'm like, wow, I'm glad I'm not going to be doing business with you.
Shut that door. I can hear. I can hear this.
And while he's doing that, I'll share one more. The another like thing I kind of judge people on is how they treat my daughter. My daughter's been to most shows, and John Grimsmo was the sweetest to my daughter. John Grimsmo from Grimsmo Knives, he handed her one of their pins, the Saga, and he's like, "Hey, can you make the ink come out?" And she was like, "Sure," And then he's like, "All right, now retract it." And literally, she spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to work that pin because it's very simple, but if you don't know what you're doing, it can be kind of challenging.
That's cool. You know, you said that about her over there at TRM. I've had some experiences with them. I didn't get to meet them at Blaze Show, but somebody told me you should reach out and just say hi to them. So I
Mhm.
wanted to meet him at Blaze Show. I didn't get to, so I emailed him afterwards and told him that I love their knives and stuff, and I hope I get to meet them at the next Blade Show. And didn't expect it or anything like that. The next thing you know, a knife showed up for me in the mail. I gave it away, of course, as a free giveaway. And recently, I just celebrated my 1 year anniversary. Here, let me grab it. And I just celebrated 1 year anniversary a couple months ago as a channel. And they reached out to me and they sent me this right here as the tag along. Um, Told me congratulations, and they was like, "Oh, yep, there you go." She told me, she said, "Now listen, you keep this one." She said, "You gave the last one away. Don't give this one away. Keep it. This is our gift to you for celebrating your 1 year anniversary." So, really, really cool people. Great, great people. They are awesome. And I love this, which I'm on a big fixed blade kick right now anyway. So, TRM is just
Mhm.
the best people. Their knives are awesome, but they really are really cool people. Um, I recently started dealing with China from TCal, and she's really awesome as well.
Jake in the comments asked, "Who's the guest?" And Jake, I would love to introduce myself. My name's Chris. I'm the owner of Lone Star Knife and Supply, a Texas-based knife store that exclusively carries American-made knives. And I post a lot of videos about pocket knives. I posted over 1,100 videos in 2025, mostly on TikTok. And TikTok rewarded my loyalty by banning my channel. About halfway through the year, three-quarters of the way through the year, I did start posting on YouTube and Instagram more. But yeah, happy to be here with Chris talking knives.
That's awesome. And hey, everybody, just so everybody knows, I think I've announced this a few times, but Chris was kind enough to give me a discount code. So on all my videos, there's actually a link in the description for Lone Star Knife and Supply, American made knives. We always talk about that American made knives, American made manufacturing, supporting the American worker, American craftsmanship. So you can actually save some money by clicking on that link down below in the descriptions and using that discount code. He actually let me pick it out, the UNP-DAD, like always. So keeping it simple. So guys, make sure you all are using that link if you ever want to go over to Lone Star. And hopefully you guys are anyways, because there's some really great knives over there. American made knives, of course. Protect. And James, you was talking about James a while ago that didn't have a a Pro Tech, that guy has an amazing Spyderco collection. I mean, he's every other day he's buying Spydercos and stuff. So he's a Spyderco nut. So there's some
I love
people in
that.
this community, which I'm sure you run across that all the time. Some people with some amazing collections. There's some collections in the community that are absolutely outstanding. Really good collections. So, does anybody have a question or anything like that you guys want to ask Chris before we do our giveaway and stuff?
Ooh, someone asked, is the code good for the back door? Actually, let's see. I've got this guy right here. Someone ordered it with a lanyard. So I tie lanyards, $5. I'll got a whole lot of different choices for lanyards, and I was tying a lanyard, and lo and behold, I dropped it. I dropped this guy. So, it's still perfect, but I'm not gonna sell a knife that has been dropped. There's one corner right here. Oh, you probably won't even be able to see that. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see how it glints just a little bit. It's
Yeah.
just a little like I dropped it. So, it's the same as putting in your pocket. It's going to have a little bit of imperfection after a week of carrying it. So, because I dropped it, I posted on the back door. So you can go get I normally have a joke here, but you said keep it family friendly. But there's a lot of exciting things that happen in the back door. So if I get blims or anything else, I post those in the back door. And yes, your code is good in the back door.
Do you have a veterans discount?
So I get that every once in a while, and typically what I'll do is I'll just give them one of the affiliates code, which is 10% off, which is pretty standard. If it's like a specific knife or a specific situation, first responders, veterans, I don't have enough money to afford the iVerify system. It's too expensive. So you can always email me, chris@lonestarknife.com. I'm a one man, well, I was going to say I'm a one man business, but I do have my kids who help me quite a bit. So it's a one family business. So if there's something specific, you can always reach out and I can see if we can do something.
Gotcha. Guys, that's definitely email him. He's quick about answering emails, stuff like that, and I'm sure that's awesome. The code is good on the back door. Anybody else got any questions for Chris? And then we'll do our giveaway and get somebody a free knife. Anything at all? Any questions? And by the way, man,
I
thank you once again for hanging out with me tonight and being tolerant and waiting on me and my kids and
It's
stuff
my
like that. I
pleasure.
definitely appreciate it.
I did have a question for you. Do I
Yeah, go
ship to
for it.
Canada? I can ship to Canada, but I recently changed my payroll processor or not payroll processor, my credit card processor. So I have to process credit card transactions manually, or we can do Zelle or another form of payment. You just got to email me and we can work out the details. But I ship to Canada all the time. So you asked me earlier, like what my goals or aspirations were this year for Lone Star Knife and Supply. Right back at you. What are you expecting to accomplish in 2026?
This is gonna sound really cheesy, uh, but I mean this. I never expected to even hit 1,000 subscribers, and to hit as much as I have in this short time has been overwhelming. And I have said this from the beginning. The very first thing that I did when I first made my first video was I announced my first giveaway. And the way that I used to do it was I would give away budgets. Like I gave away a $200 budget. The winner got to pick anything they wanted. $200, they got to spend it however they wanted, as long as it was at a knife an EDC retailer. And since then, I've tried to do giveaways constantly, all the time. And people have been great. They've even kicked in and donating knives to the channels, Microtex and all kinds of daggone knives, spider codes, everything you can think of. They've sent in, and we've given those away. My goal is I've never cared about numbers or anything like that. My goal is to whenever I get big enough, I want to be able to be known as the place that has the best giveaways in the knife and EDC community. I want to be known as, if you want to get you a Sabenza, there's one place to go. If you can't afford one and you want to win one or have a chance to, you need to go to Chris's channel because that's the kind of stuff. That's what I want to be known for, is the guy who has giveaways and gives back to the community and stuff. That's what I want to do. And it's a little cheesy, and right now I can't afford it. I can only do 30, $50 knives here and there, but I do it every week, and I'm trying to. And the more money that comes into the channel, the more I'll be able to give out and do that. So, again, yeah, cheesy, I know, but that's what I want to be known for. I want my channel to grow to where I can be giving away stuff like Sabenzas or Chavez's and Spyderco's and all those super TRMs all the time. And where people that cannot afford those types of knives, the situation that I've always been in, and now I'm in a different situation. I even have nice knives sent to me from companies. Uh, I want to remember those people and remember what it was like to be there, so they can come here and they'll have a chance. And
I
they
love that,
they might
man.
not get guaranteed to get one, but they're guaranteed to have a chance. That's what I want to be known. That's where I want my channel to go, if that makes sense.
Okay, so like, but just behind the scenes talking, since it's just me, you, and 70 other people, have you considered, since there are very generous people here in the community, have you considered setting up a Patreon where people could contribute to, like every month to those giveaways?
Uh, I, I'm so like I don't really know much about all that kind of stuff. So even setting up live, so it's been really one step at a time for me. But now that you say that, I'll definitely do something like that. I would love to do something like that because I definitely know that people in the community. Um, just yesterday, I don't know if you know who Scott Baldwin is. Choir Boys Cutlery, huge YouTube channel, but also big on Instagram. He sent me some work tough knives to review. And I told
Mm.
him yesterday, I said, "Hey, I'm going to be sending these back to you." And he sent them over for me to review. And I said, "I'm going to be sending them back." And he's like, "Well, which one did you like the most?" And I told him, I was like, "But I can't really afford one of those right now, but I'll get one day." And he was like, "Hey, keep that on me, keep that one and send the rest back." And I didn't really want to. I was like, "Yeah, thanks, man. I don't want to do that." But he insisted. And that's the kind of people. So now that you say that, that's definitely something I will look into because there's amazing people in this community.
Yeah. And here's the thing. So I've had a Patreon for like 9 months, and when I first set it up, there was a like, why would I like ask people for money? Like, I run a store. If I want more money, and maybe I could just sell more knives. And the thing is that Patreon gives people a way of supporting you directly, and it gives you the ability to like directly interact with them. I'm a big fan of Patreon. I'm actually part of a number of other creators' Patreons because I like to see what they're doing as well. And so I would definitely recommend it, just giving people that option. We in our Patreon, we do on the 16th of every month, we do a knife giveaway. Normally, I give 3 knives away every month, and it's super fun. I'm able to they contribute money, and then I spend that money sending knives out, and it's really cool. The guy who inspired me to do it was Best Damn EDC Taylor Martin. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his videos. At the end, there's a crawl of hundreds of people who financially contribute to their channel. I was like, man, this guy has like brand deals, a huge like studio, like he's so like doing well. Why are people giving him money? It's not because they're giving him money, it's that they're financially supporting what he does. And so I encourage you. I think you do great at it.
Well, thank you. I definitely I'll look at I've had that same that attitude that you said a while ago, like I don't want to ask people for money. I feel guilty about that. I don't because other people I don't want to take from people. I've had that attitude and stuff, but you're not the first person that's told me I should to give people a chance to help me if they want, because people definitely would. I just never thought about Patreon or anything like that, but that's definitely something I need to look into for sure.
So somebody asked, like, how much is my Patreon? So my Patreon's free. I have the anyone can join, and 95% of everything I post videos, I post store updates, all of that free for everybody. But I do post some stuff that is like I'll do blog entries, and then like part of it will be like just for the paid, and then I've got like a $10 tier, a $25 tier, and a $50 tier. And I've got quite a few people who are at that $25 tier, quite a few at that $10 tier, and then a couple hundred who are free. And it's just,
That's awesome. That is
yeah.
awesome.
So,
I
mhm,
started Discord. It took off. People joined that. I started the premium members, which I give a premium knife a month away every month. All the money that comes in from premium members goes back out in the knife of the month for premium members. I just never thought about that, but I'm definitely going to do that. And I also did not know that you can actually offer Patreon for free. I did not know that. I thought that they had to pay. See,
mhm,
yeah, that's really,
mm-mm.
yeah, that's cool. I will
Okay,
definitely be looking into that.
and then as a business owner, and you as a different type of business owner, it's also a direct distribution method for information that you want to get to the people who care most about what you're doing. So, like when I have a drop, I want my Patreons to be the first ones who have a chance of knowing what's coming out. So, a day or two ago, I posted a video just for the Patreons, and it was like, hey, this just went live. Haven't posted anywhere else about it. A couple of them went, bought stuff. And then I posted my regular videos. And then, kind of the floodgates open and more people come. But just having that direct path that is, super easy to be able to get information out, it's very, very cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking into that. Thank you very much. This has
How
been a
did this
really,
turn into?
really cool, what's that?
Oh, I'm not an investor in
Oh,
Patreon.
gotcha.
You know,
Yeah,
uh,
this has been really
it's a
cool,
fun
and
thing to talk about.
I definitely appreciate you coming over and hanging out with me. I didn't never even think to do anything like this. And Sam from Wyvern Kodiak, Sam and Chris, they've started doing this. And I told them I was going to steal their idea, starting to invite people over. And other than Sam, one time, you've been my very first guest. So I definitely appreciate it. And hopefully, people got some really good information, have learned about you, learned about your brand. I love what you do. And I would love to see you do 10,000 orders a month, 20,000 orders a month, because that means that American made knives and American made manufacturing is booming in the knife and EDC world. And I definitely can't wait until you have that daggone pry bar available. I will be snatching that thing up as well. That is awesome. So I'll give you a chance to say, close it out, tell everybody
Sure.
what you want to say, and then we'll do a free giveaway real quick.
Well, guys, in closing, I just want to thank everybody who commented. There were a couple questions that
All
I
right.
know we
Yeah,
didn't
go
get
for it.
to. Well, I saw them while we were chatting, and there's just been so many comments. I know we missed some, and guys, if there's anything that y'all want to know that we didn't get to, feel free to email me, Chris@LoneStarKnife.com. Chris is right. I am on top of that email because man, they pile up quick. So if there's anything that I can do to help or any information you're looking, I'm here. And come sub to all the things. I'd love to see you over on the videos watching because every video is about American made knives. To Chris's point, when Lone Star Knife and Supply does well, that means we're able to buy more American made stuff. I think one of the big differences between my knife store and other knife stores that carry American made stuff is if you go to their front page, they're going to have the knives that probably they make the most money on, which is, by all means, their right to do. I want them to make as much money as they can. But a lot of those knives those sales aren't continuing to support American families and American manufacturing. I strongly believe that a bright future for America means a strong manufacturing center here in America. And that's a big passion of mine. uh, Earlier we were talking about, I work in finance, and I shake hands with a lot of people, and I shake hands with people who are in all different levels of life, socioeconomical levels, And I'll tell you, it's just different when you meet somebody who's a machinist, who is a tradesman, a craftsman, and you shake their hands. I got these, soft hands, and you shake hands with somebody who works with their hands for a living, and you're like, man, I want to do everything I can to support you. And that's what we do at Lone Star Knife and Supply. We support fellow Americans who are making things here. And you can buy knives from anywhere. And you can buy knives that are foreign made. That's fine. But if you were going to buy an American made knife, I would just ask, come over to lonestarknife.com.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That is really cool what you just said about shaking hands. And I'm big on shaking hands, stuff like that. I'm old fashioned. I'm 50, so I'm old fashioned. I'm all about that, and I love what you just said. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna use that in the future. That is that's pretty powerful. So I appreciate what you just said. And guys, if you guys have anything else to say, any more questions or anything like that, like you said, emailing. He's quick. He's also over on Instagram, Lone Star Knife and Supply. He's on Instagram. He's great. So, man, I appreciate it. You're awesome.
Well, do you mind if I stay to see who won?
No, go for it.
Yeah. Who's the winner of the giveaway?
Oh no, yeah, let's do that really quick. Um, and by the way, you are gonna. I'm sure you're gonna be at Atlanta Blade Show.
Heck yeah.
When I'm there, I definitely want to meet you face to face. We'll shake hands. That'll be really
Firm
cool.
handshake.
Absolutely. I can't wait. That'll be awesome. Let's see. Let me set this up, guys, and we will do this free giveaway here.
EC, EDC, I am not creative. I can't make my own knife. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to do that. I just like promoting other people's knives.
You're going to see how backwards and lack of technology I'm into. I literally have to turn my laptop around to show them. I can't even do that. So it's I my 3 or 4 year olds, or my actually he's 4. He could come in here and do whatever on the phone. That's how bad it is. They always are having to show me stuff. All right, let's
Hey
special
Chris, I have
guest.
a question before you do that.
Yep.
Would it be hard for you to pull two names?
Oh, what is that?
Would it be hard for you to pull two names?
2 names? No, not at all. No, not at all.
Okay, well how
Nope.
about you do one and then I've got something I can give away too.
All right, sounds good. Well, then we'll do that. All right, guys.
Let's
The
do
first
it.
winner, what they're going to win is it will be a T-Kill blend. It might not be one of these two exactly. It's whatever they have in stock. TKL blend. It will be a TKL blend. That's what we're going to give away tonight. Do it special. I was going to actually build these up a little bit, but since we've got Chris here and he's doing that, we're going to do it. We're going to do it big. So I'm going to give away a TKL blend, whatever they've got in stock. Now you can tell me what color you want in the email, but it will be whatever they have available. TKL blend. Let me copy this, and we will give away 2 knives right here. Get comments. All right. Here we go, guys. Here's the first one. This is for the TKL blend. Boos's EDC. Mike is the winner. Let me change that to 10 seconds for
Congratulations.
Mike. Is Mike in here? He is usually here with us. Let's see. Mike, are you here? Where are you at, Mike? There he is. Yep. Yep. You won, Mike. You got a TKL blim coming. And again, remember, 90% of their blims are just finish issues. They are still fantastic. So Mike got that. And now we are going to do this again because what do you want to give away, Chris?
Guys, We were talking about really cool American made knives. Earlier, we talked about one of my favorite, and Chris pulled it out. He has one. This is the Kershaw Bel Air, and this one is an American flag Bel Air. So, really nice Magna Cut steel, the smoothest bar lock out
That
there,
is
and
awesome.
deep carry pocket clip. Yeah,
That is awesome. All right. Well, somebody's about to win a Bel Air of that's awesome. Magna Cut. That is cool of you, man.
super
Thank you so
cool.
much.
Of course.
Let's see who we've got here. It's backwards, Chris. It's hard to read. I do it this way so they can at least see the names so they know it's all legit. You got to read it backwards. Let's see. We've got Jason Beecher. Jason is always with us. Jason, are you here tonight? Jason is usually right on top of it. So, are you with us,
Congratulations,
Jason?
Jason.
Jason's a good man. He's a farmer,
Good.
an American made, hardworking man. He's a good dude.
Love that.
There he is. Yep, Jason, you just won. So Jason will, I'm assuming, email you, and he can give you his
Yep.
address, and you can get that out to him. And Mike, I've got Mike's address and stuff, and he can tell me what color he wants on his blim and stuff, and we'll get that to him. And man, this has been awesome. It's been fantastic.
Jason, the email is chris@lonestarknife.com, or you can message me on Instagram, whatever, or you could even send it over to Chris and he can get it to me, whatever's comfortable for you.
That's awesome. That was very generous and kind of you, and I appreciate that. I'll definitely pay that forward. Thank you very much for doing that for the community. You're awesome. And
Thank you.
guys, everybody, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. They know I'm always a 1 hour guy because I got the kids, but it's been fun. Everybody, thank you all. And thanks, Chris, for coming and doing this, guys. If you guys have not already, stop over at Lone Star Knife and Supply, spend money there, support him, support American made businesses and American made knives, and just keep it going, guys. And I appreciate everybody. You guys are awesome. And I will see you all next Tuesday here on the live. Let's see. Great live. Nice to meet you, Lone Star Chris. Have a great night. You guys are
Thank y'all.
awesome. Thank you all. Take care. Appreciate you, Chris. Have a good one.
Bye, Chris. You as well.